motivation. We all need it. Doing the same thing every day, in the same place every day, in the same way every day, just drains your soul. So here's how to stay motivated, because it will get better and you want to be ready for that day when it comes. Get your quote, get your mantra, get your vision board, put it up, look at it constantly, focus on it, focus on it, focus on it, so that you can remain focused on your goals and why you're doing what you're doing. We are taming our inner beast. Study breaks are a right. If you study, you get a break. You deserve it. For real, you do deserve it. I'll take it a step further. It's necessary. Your brain, after you've been learning something, needs the relaxation time to like cement it in. I know that's not like the technical term, but if you look it up, you will find your brain actually needs that rest period in order to just make sure that information is memorable and to process it and to just connect it so that it's there when you need it. So taking a study break is actually part of studying. And you can tell that to anybody who asks you why you're sitting around doing nothing when you're on a break. Rewards. Also, you're right. I mean, it's just human nature. We respond well to rewards. So reward yourself. It'll help you to feel good. Like, all right, if I get this done, then I'm gonna call my friends. If I get this done, then I get to watch this show, or I get 15 minutes on IG, or I get whatever. Like, just reward yourself. It'll help you to keep pumped up and motivated to keep doing what you need to do. And while you're at it, flex, because you deserve it. And frankly, in this environment, nobody else is gonna do it. Nobody's putting your name up on a board. They're not having award ceremonies for like Dean's List or anything else like that. So if you do something and you're proud of it, put that on social media and let people know like you deserve the recognition. And if nobody else is gonna give it to you, you give it to yourself. I mean, because honestly, it's really easy to spend all of your time going back to that master plan and just thinking about what's the next thing that I need to do? What do I need to do next? And just constantly working towards the next thing. After a while, that's not motivating anymore. It's gonna feel like, oh my God, like all I do is work. And it'll be like a balloon. Your energy is going out. But like when you take the time to like say, wow, look, I did it. Look what I did. Look how far I've come. That just helps you to like pump yourself up so that you can have the energy to keep going. So it's actually necessary. Don't feel bad about flexing. Like, it's necessary. All of these things are necessary. Rewards are necessary. Flexing, necessary. Study breaks, necessary. And don't let anybody tell you any different. It could be really isolating being in these classes, like in your house by yourself. You feel like you're the only student, even if you are on Zoom. So take advantage of the opportunities to like call your friends up and be like, hey, let's meet in a meeting room and let's do an online study group. You can still, like, you might not be able to get together in person, but you can still virtually get together in order to go over the material and just talk, even if it's just to have a venting session about how annoyed you are, about how much work there is, or how hard something is. You can still create that kind of connection with other people, because everybody needs connection. And that connection helps you stay motivated because you realize you're not alone. And it doesn't have to just be the people in your class. You can join outside Facebook groups or group chats. There are lots of opportunities to meet up with other people. And for those of you who are tired of the endless reading, that could be very, demotivating. Working outside of your gifting can be very demotivating. Like, so if reading is not your thing, if you are not a visual learner and you're instead an auditory learner or a kinesthetic learner, forcing yourself to fit in to another learning style can be very demotivating, because you're fighting yourself. Taking up all the energy to fight yourself leaves very little energy to actually do the work. So don't feel like you have to stick to the textbook. There's Khan Academy, there are YouTube videos, there's Quizlet, there are a whole bunch of other apps that you can use that can help you to make sure that you are learning the material, but it may be more in line with your learning style or more fun or interesting ways other than just reading the textbook. And like, if reading really isn't your thing, there's a thing called Microsoft Immersive Reader, and it will simplify and actually read the text out loud to you, which is perfect if you're an auditory learner. Another option is Rewordify, because they will simplify the language and make it easier to understand as well. And the last tip tip for motivation, ask for help early. Before you get overwhelmed, before you get to that hopeless point where you just feel like giving up, when you're like, I don't care, I could just fail. It doesn't matter. I'm gonna drop out. Like, before you get to that point where you're not answering your phone or emails or even opening up the website for class anymore. Before you get to that point, reach out and ask for help. And if that person doesn't help you, reach out to somebody else. And if that person doesn't help you, reach out to their boss. And you just keep going up the ladder until somebody helps you, because that is what their job is, to help you. So if you're not getting help, insist that you get the help that you need. And even as you're asking for help, I know you can get frustrated, but watch those caps and sarcasm. Like, you don't want them to be like, I'm not helping you. Like, make yourself helpable. So there you have it, the ultimate tips to be organized, productive, and motivated. I know that this is a stressful time, without even going into the specifics of what your family dynamics may be like, or who you may be living with at this point, and how complicated that might be, making things on top of already taking online classes. But the reason why we're pressing through this online class thing is the same reason why we press through in person when we go to school every day, to one day create for ourselves a better life. So on the days when you feel angry and frustrated and hopeless, take all of that energy, all of it, and use it. Use it to remind yourself that is exactly why you're doing what you're doing right now. That is exactly why you're working so hard. That is why you're pressing through this, so that one day you can get away from all of that. Don't let it drag you down, because if it does, nothing's going to change. The power to change your life, the power to change your environment, the power to make things better for yourself starts every single morning when you wake up. What do you say to yourself? I get to do something to make my life better today. Get a new chance to try harder. You know, when you look over at your to-do list and you're like, I get to do these things and I'm gonna get them done because I can and I will and I must. And then you get up and you get it done every day. Just doing that day after day after day, you will get it done, and you're not alone. All of us are here with you. I'm here with you. Life is a journey. We're taking this step by step. You're gonna get through this. Thanks so much for watching Journey with Jordana. I will see you soon.
I'm Jordana. I've been a college counselor, college admissions rep, and adjunct professor while married into the military. I've lived in New York City, Savannah, Alabama, and even Korea with my husband and 2 baby boys. I don't know where we're moving next, but I do know that counseling teens towards their future has stayed the passion of my heart. So that's how I got to be here right now with you, helping you take the next step in your journey towards your future. Hello! Come on in and take a seat on the counseling couch.